iPhone 15 Pro in 2026, why everyone is suddenly talking about it. Wait, what? You're telling me that in 2026, yes, 2026, the iPhone 15 Pro is suddenly the hottest topic on the internet again? I mean, we're living in a world where the iPhone 17 series is already out, where tech moves faster than ever, and yet, here we are. Everyone's going absolutely crazy over a phone that's technically 2 generations old. I was honestly shocked when I first noticed this. My YouTube feed exploded with iPhone 15 Pro videos. Google Trends showed this massive, almost vertical spike, especially in Germany and across Europe. Social media was buzzing. And I couldn't help but ask myself, why? Why now? What's going on? So I dove deep into this mystery, and what I found, well, it's going to surprise you. Trust me on this one. The unexpected comeback. Let me paint you a picture. It's January 2026. Apple has just released the iPhone 17 Pro Max, a beast of a phone with incredible specs, mind-blowing camera upgrades, and that signature Apple polish we've all come to expect. Everyone should be talking about that, right? But they're not. Instead, millions of people are suddenly obsessed with the iPhone 15 Pro. A phone that was released back in September 2023. A phone that's now over 2 years old in the tech world, which, let's be honest, might as well be ancient history in smartphone years. And yet, here we are. The iPhone 15 Pro is trending harder than most new releases. It's everywhere. YouTube reviews are getting millions of views. Reddit threads are going wild. Tech forums are lighting up with debates and discussions. It doesn't make sense, or does it? The price drop that changed everything. Here's where things get really interesting. After digging through countless sources, forums, and news sites, I discovered the main catalyst behind this sudden explosion of interest: price drops. Massive, jaw-dropping price drops. Think about it for a second. When Apple releases a new iPhone generation, what happens to the previous models? They get cheaper, right? But this time, something different happened. Retailers across Europe, especially in Germany, started offering the iPhone 15 Pro at prices that were almost too good to be true. We're talking about discounts of 30%, 40%, sometimes even 50% off the original retail price. Imagine getting a phone that was once a premium flagship for nearly half the price. That's insane value. And here's the emotional part that really gets me. For millions of people who couldn't afford the iPhone 15 Pro when it first launched, this is their moment. This is their chance to finally own that premium Apple experience they've been dreaming about. There's something genuinely beautiful about that, don't you think? But wait. There's more to the story. Now, you might be thinking, okay, so it's just about the price. Mystery solved, right? Wrong. Because if it were only about price, this would have happened gradually. But the trend spike was sudden. Almost overnight. Which tells me there's something else going on here. After more research, I discovered several other factors playing into this perfect storm. First, there's the iPhone 17 Pro disappointment. Yes, you heard that right. While the iPhone 17 series is technically superior, many users and reviewers have pointed out that the improvements over the 15 Pro are, well, incremental at best. The camera upgrades? Marginal. The battery life? Slightly better but not revolutionary. The design? Almost identical. So people started asking themselves a very logical question. Why would I pay premium prices for the iPhone 17 Pro when I can get 90% of that experience with the iPhone 15 Pro for half the cost? That's a tough question to ignore, isn't it? Second, there's the software support factor. Apple's iOS updates have been incredibly generous. The iPhone 15 Pro is still running the latest iOS version smoothly, getting all the new features, all the security updates, everything. It doesn't feel outdated at all. In fact, many users report that their iPhone 15 Pro runs just as smoothly in 2026 as it did on day one. Third, and this one surprised me, there's a growing movement against constant upgrades. More and more people are becoming conscious about electronic waste, about sustainability, about not falling into the trap of buying a new phone every single year just because it's new. The iPhone 15 Pro represents something powerful in this context. It's proof that you don't need the absolute latest model to have an amazing smartphone experience. You can make a smart, economical, environmentally conscious choice and still have a phone that feels premium, performs beautifully, and makes you happy every time you use it. The emotional connection. Here's where I want to get a bit personal with you. Because this trend isn't just about specs and prices, it's about people. Real people with real budgets, real needs, and real dreams. I've read countless comments from people who are genuinely emotional about finally being able to afford an iPhone 15 Pro. Parents who can now give their teenagers a reliable, quality phone for school. Students who've been saving up for years. Small business owners who need a professional camera for their work but couldn't justify the flagship prices. These aren't just transactions. These are moments of joy. Moments of achievement. And that's what makes this trend so powerful and so human. There's also something nostalgic happening here. The iPhone 15 Pro represents the last generation before some major design changes rumored for future models. It's familiar. It's reliable. It's the iPhone we know and love, refined to near perfection. Is it actually worth it in 2026? Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. Should you actually buy an iPhone 15 Pro in 2026? Honestly? For most people, absolutely yes. Here's why. The A17 Pro chip is still incredibly powerful. The titanium design still looks and feels premium. The camera system, with that 48MP main sensor, the telephoto lens, the advanced computational photography, is still better than most phones releasing today. The battery life is solid. The display is gorgeous. Sure, you're not getting the latest and greatest. You're missing out on whatever minor improvements the iPhone 17 Pro brought. But are those improvements worth paying double the price? For most people, the answer is a resounding no. The iPhone 15 Pro in 2026 is what I call a sweet spot purchase. It's that perfect intersection of performance, price, and practicality. It's the smart choice. The value champion. The bigger picture. What this trend really tells us is something important about the smartphone market. We might be reaching a point of diminishing returns, where the differences between generations become so small that keeping your phone longer, or buying last year's model, makes more sense than ever before. And honestly, I think that's healthy. For our wallets, for the environment, and for our relationship with technology. The iPhone 15 Pro surge is a signal. It's people voting with their money, saying, we don't need to be on the bleeding edge anymore. We just need something great that works. Final thoughts. So there you have it. The mystery of why everyone's suddenly talking about the iPhone 15 Pro in 2026, solved. It's a perfect storm of aggressive pricing, minimal generational improvements, strong software support, and a growing consumer consciousness about value and sustainability. If you're considering picking one up, I honestly don't think you'll regret it. It's an amazing phone that still holds its own against anything in the market today. But hey, that's just my take. What do you think? Are you tempted by these iPhone 15 Pro deals? Or are you holding out for the next big thing? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if this video helped answer your questions or gave you some clarity on this whole iPhone 15 Pro phenomenon, please, do me a huge favor and smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow and lets me know you're enjoying this content. Also, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our tech breakdowns, comparisons, and trend analyses. We've got some exciting content coming your way. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay smart with your tech choices, my friends. Peace out. Victory hand.